There's been plenty of cars testing the limits, and he just got the wall, one in, one out at the John Heatsman Vista. Rickshaw will come into the scene. He's committed to the turn. And he's trying to go around the outside, and not enough room. He just glanced the wall, and maybe the back.
Grand Prix Mazda entry, Jake Camilleri.
Oh, no, they've had contact.
Oh, wow. That's awkward. Touched on the 1% is Elliot Oltz.
Trouble here. In the 155, the Suzuki Swift with Steve McHugh, Michael Hopp and Daniel Natoli.
And this is what happened to bring out the safety car. No, the teammates. So it was Rob Rubis behind the wheel, and he was coming up on the scene of those two cars. So it was confirming the theory.
Used to lead the field around. More replays.
Oh, no way. At the top of Mount Panorama.
By comparison to how is the luck there, and unfortunately the right front.
So Nick McLeod was behind the wheel. So wheel to wheel, side by side with the 140 BMW. Don't think he expected that car to be there, and just turned in. Tony Alford behind the wheel. This car was ninth outright at the point of that. And this is how it happened. So it was lap traffic as well, and that's the Marcel BMW going down the inside. That's the same car that Tony Alford made contact with going up the kink.
Back to the next group. Over here at the top of Oulton Park on the High-Tech Oils replay. And
that people have dodged the proverbial matrix bullet. They just turned in the little 255 Suzuki there at Reed Park. And that's a big moment. Nick Percat just avoids a very, very large accident.
The onboard. That is millimetres either side.
They have been battling braking issues with this car. That's a massive braking issue. It's Brad.
Look at this.
Wow.
Horrible feeling, though, that some teams are in strife. Oh no, it's the 91 BMW, and that is a big old whack coming out of Druids, and that's brought out a red flag. And at the wheel of the car was Betty Chen. A good man, he's not stalled it, but the danger here is he's trying to rejoin with traffic bearing down on him, and he got tagged into that by Alex Malikin, number 32. 2 into 1 did not go, and that makes Jamie Caroline's life even tougher. There it is from another angle. The Mercedes slides into view, kicked up and above the Supra, and here he goes one side. He's going to get delayed, and Davidson around the outside, and they touch at the top of Clay Hill. Onto the grass goes Graham Davidson. He demolishes the bollard, he's demolished the tyres as well, and that was the two leading cars side by side, and Bob Neville sees it all unfold around him, and that was Graham Davidson's the Lamborghini here, but he is doing his level best. He needs to keep Proctor at bay, and that's the red line Lamborghini off the road again. This time James Jordan at the wheel, and bang, into the Armco it goes. It's done the Armco no good whatsoever. It's done the back of the Lambo no good whatsoever, but actually you've got the leading McLaren, and again, one or two cars, there's contact there, I'm afraid, as the Bentley Will Tregertha gets into the back of Phil Keane, turns the Lamborghini around before we get to the AM stints, and that's bad news for some of the AMs. Now that is the replay of what happened. The Ginetta of Freddie Tomlinson getting into the side of 26, which is Mo Ritson.
Not so much what's left of the Mercedes, but what's left of the barrier. Jamie Caroline off in exactly the same spot as Graham Davidson. This time, though, did it all on his own. Just so much water on the road, and crunch into the wall. The camera goes flying.
Stoppage or a suspension, because technically it's a suspension. You would carry on. More contact.
Hello.
That's how in replay we had the incident between Sandy Mitchell and Marcus Clutton.
She is keeping Morgan Tilbrook at bay, and I suspect off goes Maliakin. He spins coming out of Druid's corner right in front of the pack. They all miss him, thankfully. Some good avoidance there, and the Mustang behind, and Marco Signoretti, who goes up the inside at Nickerbrook. Biff, off goes the Porsche. Not much really that all could do there.
No, and if you're going to get Biff.
Side by side for the lead already, they're rubbing body panels. In fact, they're 3 wide. Grady to the outside of the front road sitters, and off in the background go 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Amazingly, depending on exactly how lenient they are with the off into the barriers. That's coming out of Cascades, and that is the number 16 car, which is off in a big way, and the car in the way needs the red flag. This is what happened. He's already off the road, and bang into the barrier. Big hit. Destroys the front of the car, does probably quite a bit of damage to the barrier. Kieran Griffin is towards the back of the field. There's a slow starter, Paul. That was Steve Gales, I think. And then what can you see?
Looks like, interesting. There was Wilmot was involved, but you can see, Kieran Griffin won't know this, but look, he's trying to get back on the grass, Andy Wilmot. Goes across Gales, but as he goes across Gales...
Through the field with the regular interruptions. Now, remember how I said Andy Wilmot had been in the pit lane? It was about the time that Steve Gales went off.
In the highlighted, yellow highlighted car, the red highlighted car, there's contact between the teammates! Oh my goodness, they've gone off at Shell Oils. That is going to cause a massive drama. He's still going in this race. I don't quite know how his car is in one piece. He'll go side by side now. There's more contact. Alex Connor has gone straight off because of that. Oh, that's Brandon Oxley.
That is right where we were saying, into that braking zone of Shell Oils.
Yes, I look on the replay with Alex Connor. Oh,
that
just kind of running into each other.
That's a scary. Here we go, side by side, Browning at the front there, alongside the, is that Levin?
It is
yeah,
Levin.
Just a clash of wheels. That's really unfortunate for both of them there. It looked like a bit of a racing incident. Levin was defending on the inside and Browning trying to go on the outside. To be fair, the podium's, if it's podium's right there.
Oh no, and there's contact, and there's Mackenzie Cresswell pushed off. We've seen that before. Teammate actually, with George Lyne straight down the inside. She's overcooked that just ever so slightly. She's gone in a bit too deep. Hit the inside, the turf.
Do not want to be touching the grass and going off there. Looking at the inside as well. Oh, no!
Sherwood, Jack Sherwood into the rear end of Elias Ardeston. Just left it down the inside going into Shell Oils. Logan Hanna backs out of it. Nicholas Taylor gets both the positions. And Megan Gilks straight off the track in the background. She's going to slide her way through somehow. We'll see. I think it's Megan Gilks who's got down the inside, of course, in the hill speed. But it's just, I think that's just overcooking it a little bit.
There might have been a small touch.
Tous les pilotes aujourd'hui français avec un tête-à-queue.
Ouais, je pense que c'est le 36 de Gérassi. Roue avant qui masque un petit peu la visibilité des points de corde. Ah. Pas contact.
74, 72.
Et ouais.
Ben voilà, Enzo Peugeot et Villa Gomez. Comme...
Par Bastien Bus.
Oh là, ça a touché.
Oh, c'est sorti.
C'est sorti, ouais.
Alors, est-ce que c'est pas Louis Perrault qui est sorti et ça a surpris Bastien Bus? Je suis pas sûre.
Non, je pense qu'ils étaient côte à côte et puis il a dû l'amener gentiment sur les pneus.
Eh oui. On a du haut niveau. Ouh, oui, ça a touché. Oui, ça pouvait pas rester là pour Hugo Gazzi, harponné. Très bien là, il est très bien sorti.
Ça va se toucher. Et voilà.
Ça, oh dis donc, ça fait beaucoup quand même. Ça fait 2 fois qu'ils se rencontrent ces deux pilotes là en 2 courses.
Alors que du côté de Roy et Mayuas.
Oh, une touchette avec Benjamin Le Sen. Ils se sont touchés, Lonnie Martin, c'est Benjamin Le Sen. De Coppen, alors que s'est-il passé pour Didier Dumaine? Je pense qu'il a été aidé aussi. Je pense qu'il a été aidé par l'une des 2 Ginetta du team Speedcar. Un peu dans le trafic là, Simon Gachet. Oh, et bien il perd la voiture tout seul. Et je pense que c'est Christophe Hamon qui venait de repartir et qui percute ici le mur d'Eric Chelly, l'ancien. Ah, il y a une touchette. Et le scénario classique. Touchette avec Romano Ricci sur l'Aston Mirage Racing numéro 13. L'Alpine numéro 138, apparemment elle n'y est pas allée toute seule. Ah oui, effectivement, avec cette touchette, c'est Yves Lemaître qui est venu toucher ici. Ah, il est dans le bac à gravier, Yves Lemaître. Par le passé en Alpine Elf Europa Cup parmi d'autres choses. Et là, on a une autre touchette avec double touchette, double incident avec l'Audi CSA numéro 777, la Mercedes numéro 3 de Paul Parentoen, et on a la Porsche de Mathieu Casalonga, la 718 là. Soit c'est incroyable. Les teams Speedcar, non, c'est pas en fait au même endroit, c'est après, c'est juste un peu plus loin. Avec un petit contact et la voiture qui vient percuter le mur de béton. On a vu François Denis debout.
Merci mesdames et messieurs.
Ouais.
Ce beau spectacle.
Absolument.
Et voilà,
Quel dommage.
Touchette et
c'est Tim Mérieux qui fait les frais de l'affaire.
Il faudrait que Florian rentre maintenant pour en profiter.
Oh, oui, il y a une touchette avec Pierre-Hugo Dubost en fait.
Ah oui.
Qui vient percuter. Je pense que c'est au moment. Apparemment, l'attaque, elle a freiné un peu plus tard. Léger blocage de roue et touchette entre Carla Debar et Florian Teillet.
We saw a number of cars struggling at that point in the track earlier. Bit of a brush with the 14 car. There is debris there. Raced very well indeed. So again, over the curbs, overcorrected. Almost got it back, but ran out of room and bang.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks to me like there's damage to
Caught the rear
right
as well.
Yeah.
Traction control, but not as much as in a GT3 car. It's very sideways
27.
there. Jean-Ludovic Foubert. So let's just have a look at. There's a car. Ah, that's it. That's Foubert rejoining.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
We might get a view of and the bullets as well has been left in the middle of the track.
That is effectively
rejoining right in front of a number of LMP3 cars rather. There was some contact with the 47, which also went for a spin.
That's John Falb.
Yeah, and John...
almost caught the front end of the car.
Who is the GMB Motorsport car that did not receive a penalty, all on his own for John Schaumann.
Identical to what we saw earlier today.
He nearly took somebody with him as well. Was there contact? Tricky to tell from that angle.
I don't think so.
Well, it certainly wasn't afterwards. It was at 22.
That car had been 6th position. What happened here? That was a clash with the Fricadelli car.
Yeah.
500のリアライズとKチューンズだ。うわー、なんとベテラン高木どうした。これはうわー、リアの選手のミスでしょうね。うわー、これこれ見えなくなっちゃった。そうですね。見えなくなっちゃって止まろうとして内側にぶつかっちゃったんだ。見えないから。これだって左ハンドルですもんね。そうですね。だからスタンレー接触してる。今 BMW と追突したパターンでしょうね。でこれボンネット荒ぶりました。でもレースにはあんまり関係ないところに。
Jets got in the final transfer spot, and boy, that car just hooked on the cushion and it went over big time. We're back on, Sheldon Hodenshield upside down in turn number 4. Contact as they came to the green flag. Broken front axle, I believe, on number 17. The front axle was askew. Right, the wheel has come off of Joby Miller's car. The left rear wheel is off the 51B. Caution flag, and it happened right in front of Logan Schumacher.
Oh, yeah. Way too high. That's the problem once you get into that fluff, if you will. I guess that's what I'm going to call it. Yeah, once you get into it, fire come out the exhaust. And he's finally in the wall. I mean, sooner or later he's got to hit it. He can't get that close and not hit it.
Top of the screen, one car completely sideways. I believe that's Cindric.
There's that one I almost saw go over, the 16, I believe it was. It was LaJoy that I saw first. Yes. Around backwards. Kazaki's just trying to stay off of the 3, and the 3 was moving down. Watch this car just take off sliding. Watch it, here he comes. See, he touched the gas. You see him? It spun the tires at least a little bit, and away it went.
Watch Cody Ware and Chase Elliott and Daniel Suarez, and then everybody, Martin Truex and Ricky Stenhouse got the worst of it.
But what I love, Mike, is this dirt. You know, on the dirt, you just push a guy.
He had a good bit of prior damage.
Yeah, him and Ricky Stenhouse got together, trying to stay off of him. Got turned around.
8. Austin Dillon in trouble.
Oh, baby. Wow. Oh, baby.
And not everybody got past.
No, it didn't happen. There's no way that could not happen.
J.J. Yaley hit him, and then Kurt Busch.
Well, he goes for a slide job. This is it. There it goes. Here you go.
In for it. Down to the bottom, slides up into him. Who's going to save it? Neither one. They both spin out. Kyle Busch, and Kyle Busch is going to win barely.
The concrete here at Bristol, the brakes just want to skid. Nice job by Austin picking his way through there, but just Kaz got in the corner, didn't know.
Right go around?
He was around.
Yep, already around.
Pretty early. Is there any damage to the truck?
Ooh, there is now.
And another spinner down low. Is that Austin Dillon? And look at
changing lane. And Atado almost got into Logano and holding up Austin Wayne Self. Meanwhile, Colby Howard in the 91 comes by. Is he going to turn him?
They're stuck.
Tap the brakes, swerve it, bet you can.
They're literally stuck. They are stuck together.
I've never seen that.
I don't think I've ever seen it either. Wow. They're just parked over there in turn 2 at this point. Yeah, just right at the Sunoco sign, and you see again, trucks they're struggling more so in 1, and then they end up
crashing in 2. Hopefully tried to cross over, didn't he?
Yep, he did. He just grabbed a handful of wheel and gas, and these are big, heavy trucks, and it's a shame.
David Askew.
He's in there really wide. Ooh, that's pretty heavy impact there.
New to GT America, though, will start in 7th. Back to the GT4 grid, Ryan Putt, V-Sport Racing on pole. Marco Radicic had a great run in St. Pete as we see a car sliding off track. That's Custodio Toledo here in the GT4 field. Up the hill for the first time, and around goes one of the Toyota Supras.
Yeah, 69 machine there going for a ride, unfortunately, and everyone else panicked a bit behind them.
Alpine raced in British touring cars for a time.
That's late. Oh, yeah, that was super late. And the problem was he then had to tuck it to the inside.
Let's take a look here. Sean Whalen goes spinning. And then contact trying to avoid.
Might have broken the toe link on the front end of that Supra.
They're after running Toyotas last year.
That was weird. He lost it really early in the corner.
It's Devin Anderson.
Back in, find his line, find his rhythm.
Mike Lamara able to find his way through, but he slides off track. Slight contact with the outside retaining wall, but he will rejoin. And they've got Anderson Tanoto from Jakarta, Indonesia.
Big hit. Tore the left front right out of that BMW. It was pretty low because the car's up ahead. There were 3 into 2, didn't quite work.
I believe a replay of the incident in question, and he did come from a long way back.
Long way back, yeah. Maybe.
His day is done, and this is why. Wow, that looked like a parts failure.
Yeah, he's got a broken front suspension there, and just plows straight on. Unfortunately, takes the 32 car.
Nope, that wasn't. That was Anderson Tanoto in a similarly colored Porsche.
Yeah, similar move to what he tried yesterday, which he didn't pull off as well without getting contact.
In the TRG Porsche, that car is heavily damaged. Looked like Sabo might have been involved. Here's a replay.
Yeah, we see it late. Maybe move down to the inside in the turn 9 chicane.
Daimler truck as it's listed on the entry list with the Freightliner bodywork on top. And in a spinner, that's Stephen Powell, the number 3, the former Division 2 champion, goes completely around. Thankfully, everybody seems to have missed him. Jock Borthwick in the 32, the number 92 of Faulkner up behind him there. There was no contact. Jock Borthwick spun it coming into Druids, and look at John Powell barging his way through on the inside. Ryan Smith in the other bonneted truck leads away. Oh, and a tangle there. That's Michael Oliver and Craig Reed. What happened there? Adam Bint up the inside. That was never on, and walloped straight into the side of Brad Smith. Not enough room for 2 trucks side by side through there. Now Smith makes the lunge. Through he goes. Excuse me, John Boris. Oh, he's got caught up with him. I thought that might happen. Smith's into the gravel. David Jenkins is going to win it. Oh, my goodness. Again, he comes through. Oh, John Newell, a bit late on the brakes there. He's off over the grass. Look out as he rejoins. We saw this with Mark Taylor and David Jenkins at the end of last year here at Brands Hatch, but Newell gets it under control. Oh, he's hit Stuart Oliver. Oh, I thought he had it under control there. He leads down Paddock Hill Bend for the first time. Oh, there's contact. Stephen Powell into the gravel. Mark Taylor's gone off with him. That could be the end of race for those two. Recovery vehicle in attendance. Let's take a look at that again. Yep, there's the tangle. Mark Taylor into the side of Stephen Powell. Great cloud of dust. Simon Reed is leaned onto the curbs again, this time by David Jenkins. And Michael Oliver's off. Off he goes. He's going to go into the tyre wall. Wallop straight in goes the number 12. Once you get onto the grass, it's a struggle to get it back, but he's Michael Oliver's been into the pits. Oh, Ryan Smith's hit the back of John Newell. What's happened there? Straight into the back of the 18, who spins around. John Newell tries as well. Oh, 3 into 1 won't go there. Wallop. Off goes Tom O'Rourke. That was a 3-wide moment with John Newell and Stuart Oliver there. That bit of bodywork's come off completely now. Again there. Oh, it was John Bowler getting caught up there with... that's the second time John Bowler's had contact in clearways. He had contact with Ryan Smith as he tried to lap him yesterday. Will Sharp into second place. There's the tangle on the outside further back. The number 21 car, it was Paul Buzzing who goes around, one of our newcomers this year. Was very lucky not to be collected. A couple of MGBs going off in avoidance as Will Sharp goes to the outside again into paddock. Look at him sliding the car around there. There's contact and Sharp's going to go round. Oh dear, the lead battle has come to a head already. Into the gravel goes Fergus Campbell. Round goes Will Sharp. It's good stuff from Fergus Campbell. McDermott alongside. They're going to be 3-1 into Surtees. There's contact. Oh goodness me, they're leaning on each other. Well, they came into Surtees 3 wide. Off on the outside. Over the grass went Will Sharp. Right over the infield there. Here is a replay. Oh, goodness me. Big blow up there. Great balls of fire for Steve Barber. top of your picture. Oh, the BMW gets sideways, goes off into the gravel. I think that might be Alan Hersey's BMW Compact, the former Reliance Scimitar racer, and he rejoins. Oh, that's a bit dodgy. Rejoins right in front of James Wall. Goodness me, James Wall did very well indeed to avoid that car. That could have been nasty. Contact, that's Simon Lewis and Jack Robinson. Jack on the grass, he's heading for the rallycross circuit. Walloped, and into the tyre wall. Oh dear. Be a safety car. Yes, there they are, tangling together towards the back. Can't quite make out who they are at the moment.
Importante é não tomar vantagem ali, né? O Zezé foi inclusive...
Opa! E aí já tem lance mais forte lá embaixo.
Toninho Espolador, eu vi ali o Ezequiel da Lasta Vieira.
Tem que ver quem ficou para trás da mureta aqui, olha quanta gente aí, ó.
É, Marcelo Cancelli.
Um adesivo bem grandão para pôr no carro que ele vai largar na frente. E olha aí, já tem gente escapando, já tem suspensão quebrada ali. Já temos o carro da VM.
Becketts we go, and it is still the two MG Yamahas, and there's drama at the back there. Storm Stacey, is that Luke Mossey as well as Dan Jones? Well, that's a nasty crash.
Certainly, yeah, one of them ones that's going to
have another look. That's a nasty high side for Tom Sykes, that. And as you can see, Chrissy Rouse, I think he was unsighted.
He was. That's exactly what happened. Somebody in front of him shut off, and he just hadn't.
That's the aftermath, blimey. They've got an awful lot of work to do to get that fixed later on.
Irwin's coming, he'll know Glenn Irwin's pace, lost the front, and I tell you what, he tried so hard to save it. Look at the line of the front tyre. Look at it.
Just a bit further back then, Alex Olsen settles into second. That looks like Lewis. Oh, big accident already. 2 or 3 of them down on the approach into Beckett. What a disaster. Oh, there's 3 or 4 bikes here. We might see an early red flag.
One of the other riders. There was 2 different incidents there, and then he's just got riding, so that's Caden Verwey, and he just gets wrong-sided there, and actually he does more damage getting gripped up and
steaming up the inside as we get down into Maggotts and Beckett's for the first time. Ollie Walker's made a good start too, and as they're coming together at the back, well held there by Scott McPhee. Will determine the starting grid for racing tomorrow. One of the leaders has gone down. It's kicked off already. It's one of the Vision Track bikes, 79. Harley McCabe, as you say, 4th on the grid. His first full season. It's Keanu Via on target for his first one at the moment. Stevenson, oh God, left goes down, and that's the championship leader out of the race. He was having to push time on another one. Carter Brown's gone. 2 more have gone. Did Stevenson go as well?
Daniel just said it would be huge. Oh! Down goes Marvin Muscan. The St. Louis winner.
Now you can get wobbly right here. Oh, yeah, just leans out. Ooh.
Left side of your screen. This will tell us what happened to Basha.
Tips over.
Similar to Sexton.
Well, and it's really slippery right there.
Gas,
All right, going through the whoops. We talked about it on the keys to the race. It's slippery. Do the best you can to get drive forward. He goes sideways. Boom, doesn't go down. Oh, look at this here.
Look in the back here.
Here you go.
Oh,
oh man, that was Nicoletti. Wow.
And Phil is coming
I hate
off.
To see that. Turn, oh, he gets kicked just a little bit sideways. That's what happens. Boom, down he goes.
On the inside, but he goes down. The championship leader is down.
He's got to get up. He's stuck underneath the bike. Coming up the inside, RJ Hampshire's going to close the door down. He initiates the turn, and as he leans the bike over, just slips down.
Look at this fight for second. Hunter Lawrence trying to set up Hampshire, and he's down.
Well, we talked about how slippery that corner was.
Hey, this is what happened to Jet Lawrence.
Oh, he loses grip, going through the whoops, and he wheelies. Look how he adjusts his motorcycle. But then his front tire hits the whoops, and it like his front end